So we are ready to be live streamed. Please got it. Please click on got it. So we are live now. Okay, so our first candidate is Ashmita. So we are ready to be live streamed. And Ashmita, your topic is let me share the time screen. Okay. Ashmita, can you see the time screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me spotlight you. And your topic is why only girls from marginalized background take active interest in state level of sports. Why only girls from marginalized background take active participation in state level sports. Ashmita Ray.
In my opinion, girls from marginalized background take part in nationalized sports because they get the more opportunities to practice. They have the more opportunities, and the girls and the other girls do not have the more of the opportunities. So that's why they do not take interest in the nationalized sports. For example, once one of my friends from a high background, she went to a nationalized sports. Whereas I also have another friend. She said that when I asked her that whether she was going to participate in the sport competition, she refused. She said that she had no idea what the sports was or she had zero practice on them. They had no opportunities. But my other friend, they had so many opportunities to practice and everything. So in my opinion, everybody should have ample amount of opportunities to participate in different kinds of sports. They should have the more opportunities, or they may. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next contestant is Sia. And your topic is sports should be mandatory for girls. Sports should be mandatory for girls. The time starts now.
I think sports should be mandatory for girls. Girls get lesser chance on playing sports because people from academies and schools many times think that they do not have the potential. But we do. If we get the chance, we can do great things. And now girls are getting chance to play sports. So I think it should be mandatory, not only in the urban regions, also in the rural regions. because it's because girls are refused to play sports in those kinds of regions. So to conclude, I would like to just say that girls, it should be mandatory for girls to play sports, so they can do great, so they can do great and also get equal chances.
Okay. Next is Manas. Manas, your topic is parents only encourage boys to play sports. Parents only encourage boys to play sports.
Parents are always encouraged to play boys for sports but they do not encourage girls for playing sports. Why not? They, girls should also play sports. It's a physical game and more make them more energetic and strong. And not only boys should play games, parents should also understand that that girls should also play games, and it is compulsory for girls to play game to become strong and become strong. In in my opinion, I would like to say that girls should also play sports. Parents not only to say that boys should only play sports, girls should also play sports. For example, my parents only tells me to play sports and not to my sister. And I told them that why you don't tell to my sister to play sports. Then I have I have told them that they are now telling my sister to play games. So in to conclude, I would like to say that not only boys should play sports, girls should also play sports. Parents should also tell girls to play sports. Thank you.
Okay. Next is Aryan. Aryan, your topic is sports opportunities should be created at all levels of school. Sports opportunities should be created at all levels of school.
In my opinion, sports opportunities level should be created for all levels in school because because there is a sport, there will always be a sport which is not there uh, in some levels of the school, and the schools should have it in all levels. So younger children or older children have the same sport to play and not have any differentiates. For example, in my school, adult senior school children always get to play cricket, hockey, and some other sports, which our junior school is not allowed to play. Later we had a request survey to our school which they should add. So I requested that the sports which senior school children have should they should add the younger children ones too. So to conclude, I would like to say that junior school should also be, school should always school should let all the sports stay in all levels. Thank you.
Okay. Nandini, you are the next. And your topic is participating in school sports creates a leader in students. Participating in school sports creates a leader in children. Nandini.
Participating in school in children's leadership. I don't
We
think
cannot hear you properly. You are breaking in between. Can you please bring the mic closer to you?
participating in school sports is not leadership in children. If you're participating in any school sports, it does not mean that you are a leader or that, or they should need more practice in yourself. If we if there's a football match and we play it and the sir says that you have done very nice, it does not mean that the other children are not have done nice. Every children has done very nice to win that match. Not one particular children has put all his effort to make win the match. So We should not think that if we have done very nice, then we are the leader. If anybody loses the match, then we should encourage him that you have done also very nice. We should not every time think that we are the best sports. We only play the best. That's not good. We should only think that we should do more. To conclude, I would like to say that we should also encourage other and should not think that we are the leader. Thank you.
Okay, Avishi, your topic is schools sports are good for bonding with other children and make socialization more easy. School sports are good for bonding with other children and makes it easy for socialization. Time starts now.
In schools, students play many sports like hockey, skating, cricket, football, etc. There are many students in a team, approximately 12, and we can see that the students can even interact with each other because of the same interest in sports, and they can talk about more stuff that they can be equal in. So, according to me, and yes, students can interact with each other a lot with sports because of their interests and whatever they believe in. For example, there are a few teams in my school like skating and cricket. In the cricket team, one of my friends is in it. He told me that he had made at least 10 new friends just because of the sports, as they could interact with each other way easier.
Avishi, you are frozen. Avishi, you're frozen. Avishi, are you there? Okay, I guess we lost her. We'll give her a chance again. Next. Gurbani. Your topic is school sports teaches us team building. School sports teaches us team building.
Well, yes, school sports do teach us team building, as when we play sports that require teams, such as cricket or football, it builds up teamwork and it builds up the way we act with our team. If we don't know how to behave with others, or if we don't know how to respect others' boundaries, we may not be able to succeed in future when it comes to teamwork. Hence, when school teaches us sports, we learn how to work in a team and we learn how to work with other people and know their boundaries. Sports such as swimming or solo sports in general may not be played in teams, but they do also teach us teamwork, as they require to work with multiple people such as your coaches and your friends. To conclude, I would like to say that yes, school sports do teach us team building.
Eklavya. School sports are better than any physical exercise. School sports are better than any physical exercise.
School sports are better than any physical exercise because in school sports we get a variety of sports from badminton to basketball. All of our body parts are included included, and we get exercise properly. But in when we play in any other exercise, only one or two parts get worked out. In school sports, the main thing is teamwork, and that is very important. School sports are an important asset in our life as they teach us a lot of things. And, and we can learn different sports to make our paths even wider. School sports are In school sports, we are more interested and we like to play more. We play with our friends and we can do more things.
Are you done?
Yes, actually, my
Okay. Ishi. Boys and girls sports should be separate in school. Boys and
Boys and
girls sports should be separate in schools. Ishi.
girls sports should not be separate in school since it promotes gender equality. Boys and girls, if we separate their sports, then I girls won't be able to interact with boys, and boys will be able to not be able to interact with girls, and it will also remove some potential players from the school team, since the girls sports teacher will only focus on the girls in one particular sport. But what if that girl has potential in a different kind of sport? They and if the girls and boys school sports will get separated, then people won't be able to choose the sports of their choice. Since if a girl wants to play football and is being forced to play basketball, then this isn't fair. It first it also it also yeah, promotes couple of things like gender equality and fairness towards girls and boys. Is and there's no use of co-ed schools if girls sports have to be different and boys sports have to be different. Then why are we having co-ed schools? So in So I would like to conclude that boys and girls should be allowed to play all the sports should since everyone should be given a freedom of choice. Thank you.
Pratyush. Every school must have at least 6 different types of active sports facility. Every school must have 6 different type of active sports facility.
In my opinion, in all the schools, they shouldn't have all the 6 activities, sports facilities, because when we do this, what happens? Our studies get interrupted, and we cannot pay more attention to what we are in our studies. We cannot for example, once I went for the school called had selected me for a chess tournament which was in Chambur. When I went there, my whole one day my school got bunked, and I had to complete so many notes.
and all the things what have been done in that remaining time. To conclude, I would like to say that we should not all we should get some 2-3 facilities, but not like 6 facilities of sport, because it will interrupt our studies. Thank you.
Thank you. Shashrika. You cannot learn yoga online. You cannot learn yoga online. Shashrika.
You cannot learn yoga online because it is a physical activity which requires meditation and peace, a sense of peace and meditation. Learning yoga online can be done, but it's not the best way, since there are poses that need. If you're doing poses wrong, then you need someone to fix them for you. Otherwise, it might end up in injuring you, or something bad might happen. Yoga generally can be learned online, but it's not the best way to do it, uh, since the pace and meditation that you need while doing it won't be there, because in between, what if you come across some internet or technical issues, and what if something goes wrong, then the sense of peace won't be there anymore, and it won't be easy to do yoga. So it is best advised to do yoga offline, but if you don't have any option, then doing yoga online is not a problem. So in conclusion, I would like to say that doing yoga online isn't a problem, but it is best advised to do it offline. Thank you.
Avishi, since you got disconnected, here is your last topic. Yoga should be considered as a sport. Yoga should be considered as a sport.
There are many sports in schools. Like
Your volume is very low.
There are many sports in schools like football, cricket, and many indoor sports as well, just like chess. But for students until 4th grade, yoga is available as a sport, but above that, it is not available. But according to me, it should be available, as we go through so much stress throughout the day in exams, then learning difficult topics, and so much more, that we should have at least one period of yoga per week to calm ourselves down for some time. For example, in one of my friend's schools, they never stopped yoga, and whenever I see her, she's always in a good mood and is never upset. While if we are looking at the students of my school, you can always find them grumpy or sad about anything small, just because they cannot get any mental peace. So at last, I would like to say that yoga should be considered as a sport, as it can calm anybody down and can also help to improve someone's mental peace. Thank you.